Hey everyone, and welcome back to our story. Let's dive right into the heart of autumn 8. The crisp autumn air was filled with a sense of anticipation. Vi made her way to Min's photo studio, her heart a little lighter, a little more certain than before. But when she arrived, the door was shut. The lights were off. A small sign simply read "Closed." A wave of disappointment washed over her. Where could he be? At that very moment, Min was walking into the familiar, comforting quiet of the bookstore. He scanned the aisles, his eyes searching for the one person he hoped to find. He looked past the shelves of novels and poetry, but Vi wasn't there. It was as if they were planets in the same orbit, destined to circle but never align. They spent the day just missing each other, two ships passing in the quiet afternoon. As dusk began to settle, Vi was back at the bookstore, the place where so much had started. But it wasn't Min who found her first. It was Hone. He approached her with a somber look, his usual bright energy dimmed. "Vi," he began, his voice low. "Can we talk? I need to be honest with you." Vi nodded, a knot of anxiety tightening in her stomach. Hone looked at her, his gaze direct and filled with a sad understanding. "I always knew," he admitted, the words heavy in the air between them. "I knew your heart was never really mine. I guess I was just hoping you'd eventually choose me." There was no bitterness in his voice, only a quiet resignation. Vi felt a pang of guilt, but also a surge of gratitude for his honesty. "Hone, Q," she said, her voice soft but sincere. It was a difficult, painful moment, but it was also a moment of closure. Just as Hone turned to leave, his shadow retreating from the warm glow of the bookstore, Min arrived. He stopped dead in his tracks, his eyes locking onto the scene before him. He saw the earnest look on V's face, the lingering sadness in Hone's posture as he walked away, and in that instant, Min's heart plummeted. He jumped to the one conclusion that made his blood run cold. Vi had just confessed her feelings to Hone. He thought he was too late. All his carefully guarded hopes, all the unspoken words he had rehearsed, seemed to crumble into dust. Min, Vi's face lit up when she saw him. The heavy conversation with Hone, instantly forgotten. She took a step toward him, ready to finally say everything she'd been holding back. "I need to tell you something." But Min took a step back. A wall of ice instantly formed around him. The warmth in his eyes was gone, replaced by a deep, impenetrable hurt. "There's no need," he said, his voice flat and devoid of emotion. "You understand?" He turned away, the rejection as sharp as a physical blow. "Min, wait. It's not what you think." Vi's voice was desperate as she reached for him, but he pulled away. "You don't understand at all?" He wouldn't listen. He was already walking away, shutting her out, just like he always did. Tears streamed down Vi's face, hot and stinging. Her frustration and heartbreak spilled over. "You're always doing this," she cried out to his retreating back. "You're always running away. Why won't you just listen to me for once?" Her words hit their mark. Min froze mid-stride, his shoulders tense. For a heart-stopping second, Vi thought he might turn around. She held her breath, hoping, praying. But he remained silent, a statue of indecision and pain, before continuing his slow walk toward the exit. He couldn't face her, not when he believed his heart had been shattered. Suddenly, a new voice cut through the tense silence, sharp and furious. "Min, it was Mai." She stormed into the bookstore, her eyes blazing with a protective fire. She had seen everything from outside, and she had reached her breaking point. She marched right up to Min, completely ignoring the few other patrons who were now staring. "What is wrong with you?" she scolded, her voice ringing through the quiet shop. "Are you really that blind? Or just that stubborn? You see her crying, you see her reaching out to you, and you just walk away? Again? You have been hiding in your shell for years, feeling sorry for yourself, while she has been right here, waiting." Min flinched at the public reprimand, but Mai wasn't finished. "You're so caught up in your own head, you can't even see what's right in front of your face. Do you have any idea how much courage it took for her to be here?" From a nearby aisle, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Hone. He had been on his way out, but had stopped when he heard Mai's tirade. He had heard every word, seen the pain on every face. And he knew it was time to end the cycle of misunderstanding. He stepped forward, his expression serious. Everyone fell silent. "She's right, Min," Hone said, his voice steady and clear. carrying the weight of a long-held secret. He looked from Min's shocked face to Vi's tear-streaked one. It's time for this to stop. He took a deep breath. Min has liked Vi for a very long time. Since the beginning. The bookstore went utterly still. You could have heard a pin drop. Min and Vi both froze, their eyes wide with disbelief. Hong continued, looking directly at Vi. The only reason he never said anything, the only reason he kept pushing you away, was because of me. He didn't want to take away the girl that his best friend liked. The truth, raw and overwhelming, finally hung in the air. All the missed signals, the confusing retreats, the silent pining it, all clicked into place. It wasn't rejection. It was sacrifice. Min couldn't breathe. His secret was out. He looked at Vi, his eyes filled with a terrifying mix of hope and fear. He was completely exposed, his heart laid bare for her to see. The world seemed to melt away, leaving only the two of them in the soft light of the bookstore. Dah! Vi looked at Min, really looked at him, and saw everything. The years of unspoken affection, the quiet protection, the selfless friendship. The tears on her face were no longer from sadness, but from a profound, heart-shaking realization. Slowly, she closed the distance between them. She reached out and took his hand. Her touch was firm, unwavering. Min's breath hitched. I choose you, Vi said, her voice filled with a certainty that echoed in the deepest parts of his soul. A strangled sound escaped Min's throat, a sound of relief so immense it was almost painful. In one swift motion, he pulled her into his arms, holding her so tightly it was as if he was trying to merge their two souls into one. He buried his face in her hair, finally home. Standing by the doorway, Hong watched them. A single tear traced a path down his cheek, a silent testament to his own heartbreak and his own noble sacrifice. He gave them a final, bittersweet smile, turned, and walked out into the autumn night, leaving the new beginning behind him. Thank you so much for watching this chapter unfold. What a moment. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss what happens next. See you in the next video.